That not being great in possession isn't an ability thing for you, is it? Because you were so good in possession against Wigan on Tuesday. It just, for whatever reason, didn't come off for you today. Was that Gillingham being good, or you not being up to your best?
Oh, it's definitely a combination of both, and the variable that you don't always want to admit it, but sometimes you have to, is the opponents, and the opponents were really intense, and were very good, and I was very confident pre-game, and I'm still very confident we could match that and be better than that, but we weren't today. So it's up for me to understand that and to make it better. And I think a large part of that is us as a team understanding that when goals go against us, that we can overcome that quickly and still put our imprint on the game. And the 4 goals that came today came from set pieces, and normally we would treat that in isolation, think we got better at that, and it wouldn't have an effect on our performance. But today it had an effect on our performance as an overall team, and that's something for us to work on.
We had a long conversation on Tuesday, didn't we, about how when you haven't got your first choice players available for you, then unfortunately sometimes results go against you. No Lund today, no Jimmy Ryan through suspension and injury, so there's two more berths that you've had to fill with youngsters who have done really well, but difficult for them.
Absolutely. We had this last season. The results can be very difficult in these moments, but the first signs of Quadro Bar coming into action were at Rotherham last season, when we had no players available, and then all of a sudden he comes on the scene this year, and I suppose the tendency is to forget where they actually started out. And that's the same for us now. We're at a very difficult point in terms of who's available. But Ethan gets his first start in league football today, and while everybody will be thinking about the actual result today, it's the start of what's going to be an amazing journey for a brilliant player for this club. So there's always positive in every game. And like I said, it's very difficult for us in terms of who we can put in the team. And the guys you referenced there are not just members of the squad; they're integral parts. And we're to miss the likes of Lund, Ryan, and that's adding on to Bazunu, McShane, Ryan McLaughlin, Ollie Rathbone, huge players for us. So ideally you'd be bringing the young guys in when these guys are available and playing, but that's just not the case at the moment, and it's something we get on with, and I do genuinely see it as a really exciting and positive trait, but it doesn't always feel like that when you're in the midst of a game.
Finally from me, Ethan Burley may have had a tricky job to do out there today, but confident on the ball, demanding possession. He was always making himself available. There's loads of positives to take from that.
Oh yeah, I just complimented him in the changing rooms and told him how we will look back on this as a hugely significant part of his career and the start of his journey as such. And I think for Ethan today, I was pretty sure pre-game that we would need to play really well, because I know how good Gillingham are, and the overall team would have to function really well to show him to his absolute best, and we didn't as a team today. So I feel as if myself definitely didn't get everything right, and as such it was a difficult game for Ethan, but I'll make it up to him in the future.